morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about profitability ratios in the ratio analysis. Firstly, you should know what is the meaning of the ratio analysis. As we already discussed, ratio analysis expresses the relationship between two financial terms. By using that analysis, we can interpret data and we can summarize data. So with that summarizations, we can comment the financial status of the particular firm. It means whether the company is in the financial position or not. That means whether the company can able to pay its short term commitments or can able to pay its long-term commits. In addition to that, whether this particular firm can getting the proper profits or not. To know these all the things, generally ratio analysis has been used. So in this particular ratio analysis area, there are four ratios. These four ratios, if you go for the classification, first one, liquidity ratios. Liquidity ratios knows that means are useful to know the liquidity position of the firm in the short term. That means whether the company can able to meet its short term payments or not. Among them, there are sub classification. They are current ratio, second one quick ratio. It is also called as acid ratio or liquid ratio. Third one absolute liquid ratio. It is also called as cash position ratio. About these concepts we already have discussed in the another video. Next, if you come towards the solvency ratios, second one. Solvency ratios means that is nothing but the debt equity ratio and the interest coverage ratio. So these solvency ratios can be useful to measure the financial ability to repay the outsiders in the long term. That means whether the company can meet its interest to the bank loans, whether any other financial commitments are there in the outside people, whether the company can meet in the long run. Such type of activities are discussed under the solvency ratios. Mainly, broadly speaking, we are using three for our syllabus: the debt equity ratio and the interest coverage ratio. Third one is profitability ratios. Right? This is the today's topic: profitability ratios. Profitability ratios are very important for the stakeholders of the firm business. That means whether our company is getting the proper profits or not. If we want to know, we should know the profitability ratios. So here among that profitability ratios, there are gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, operating ratio and earning per share ratio. Simply it is called as EPS ratio. Now that means today in this particular video we are going to discuss about these four ratios and with the illustration. Profitability ratios. In this profitability ratios we can see the four types of the ratios. Look at here, what is the meaning of the profitability? The term profitability means the profit earning capacity of any business activity. Profitability ratio is used to measure the overall efficiency or performance of a business. Generally, a large number of ratio can also be used for determining the profitability, as the same is related to sales or investments. So here among them, first one you can take here gross profit ratio. Gross profit ratio establishes the relationship between gross profit and net sales. Gross profit by net sales. So this is the formula, gross profit by net sales into 100. So here gross profit is equals to sales minus cost of goods sold. Net sales is equals to gross sales minus sales returns are written in words. Higher the gross profit ratio is in the good profitability position. Note here 20 to 30% of gross profit ratio may be considered normal net profit ratio. Net profit ratio is also termed as sales margin ratio or profit margin ratio or net profit to sales ratio. Net profit ratio is measure the relationships between profit and the sales. Look at here formula, net profit ratio is equals to net profit after tax by net sales into 100. So here 5% to 10% of net profit ratio may be considered as ideal standard norms. That means if company earns more than 5 or more than 10 percentage of the net profit ratio, it indicates company is earning good profits for their company. Next, third one here, operating ratio. Operating ratio is calculated to measure the relationship between total operating expenses and sales. This ratio indicates a firm's ability to management total operating expenses. Formula, operating ratio is equals to operating cost by net sales into 100. So here operating cost is equals to cost of goods sold plus administrative expenses plus selling and distribution expenses, right? So here 80% to 90% of operating considered operating ratio may be considered as ideal standard. Last one here, that is earning per share, that is nothing but EPS. Earning per share ratio measures the earning capacity of the concerned firm, the owner's profit view, and it is help in determining price of the equity share in the market is equals to net profit after tax and preference dividend by number of equity shares. These are the four things. For explaining purpose, I am taking the following illustration. First, look at this. The following is the trading and profit and loss account of Ramesh and company as on 31st December 2001. So here these are the particulars, and these particulars debit side, here these are the credit side. So here two opening stocks 60,000, two purchases 2,75,000, two wages 25,000. Gross profit this 1,50,000 as per the given problem. Sales by sales, so 4 lakhs. Closing stock here 75,000. This is the that means the trading account. In the profit and loss account area, they have given administrative expenses, selling and distribution expenses, the office expenses, and non-operating expenses. So these are the things as given. Gross profit brought down thing is there. Interest on investment also has given. This is the net profit. This is the problem has given in the illustration itself. By using this problem, we need to calculate gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, and the operating. Now we are going to calculate the gross profit ratio. So here gross profit ratio, gross profit ratio is equals to
gross profit by net sales into 100. As per this problem, 1,50,000 is the gross profit and sales are 4 lakh rupees. So here that is equals to 1,15,000 by net sales 4 lakh rupees into 100, that is equals to 28.75%. So this is our gross profit. Comment here. The gross profit ratio is 28.75%. It is considered to be satisfactory since it maintains the accepted standard ratio of 20 to 30%. Net profit ratio is equals to net profit by net sales into 100. Look at here. This is the net profit, 50,000 rupees. Net sales we already know that is 4 lakh rupees. That is equals to 50,000 rupees by 4 lakh rupees into 100. That is equals to 12.5%. Now comment. The net profit ratio is 12.5%. It is considered to be satisfactory since it maintains the acceptance standard ratio of 5 to 10%. Total operating cost by net sales into 100. Total operating cost is equals to cost of goods sold plus operating expenses. So here first we will calculate the cost of goods sold. As per our problem, opening stock plus purchases plus wages minus closing stock, that is equals to 60,000 plus 2,75,000 plus 25,000 minus 75,000, that is equals to rupees 2,85,000. Next here operating expenses. Operating expenses is equals to office expenses plus administrative expenses plus selling and distribution expenses. Look at here, office expenses 5,000 rupees plus administrative expenses 45,000 plus selling and distribution 10,000. So total rupees 60,000 rupees. Next here total operating cost is equals to 2,85,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees plus 60,000 rupees, that is equals to 3,45,000 rupees. Now operating ratio is equals to total operating expenses 3,45,000 rupees by net sales 4 lakh rupees, that is equals to into 100, that is equals to 86.25. The operating ratio is 86.25%. It is in the satisfactory level as when compared with accepted ratio of 80 to 90%. By using gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, operating profit ratio, we can know the financial or otherwise profitability position of the firm. So students, you thoroughly observe these all the concepts, then practice with some more illustrations. Thank you.